Welcome back to the NDS. We are here at race 12 at Texas. Take a quick look at qualifying up and down the board. And it's field set. It's going to be a good race. 39 cars. Going to have fun here at Texas. Hyperdrive 282 on the pole for this race. As you see, the first 10 or so cars gridded up as the pace car comes off. And it's going to be green flag is out, and the Louder with Crowder 400 is underway. See the bottom lane has a few drivers looking for win this season. Hyper off to the point. Vent Nation could capitalize on this early. Interesting to see what happens, since they're still going to stay side by side. Not expecting too many freaky three-wide moves early on. Top three kind of pulling away is Vent going for it early. As a 16 to the lead. Top five breaking away. And the others back here kind of mixing it around for a top 10 position here. Exalta going really wide here. It's going to be 3 off the corner. Arn rolling the bottom quite nicely. L21 under 5 for the lead already. It's going to be, hopefully see a pretty competitive race for the lead consistently. But 16 not in a good place right now. Need some work on that. The 21's just kind of getting away. You can see Ladion just kind of stalking the low side, just making up ground. Be efficient about this. Nothing too stupid early. Another breakaway here. Yeah, you got Puffy, Jerry making his way up too. As they're 3x3 behind them. You see Exalta, he started pretty far up and now he's back here. There's a lot of drivers back here. A tough place to race. Whoa. Something happened to the 8. Making an unscheduled pit stop already. It's still green, by the way. The 8's just going to be 3 laps down. And not making good pace, so watch out for the 8 of Kyle D already. Big group behind him, though. It's just a mess when you have a really slow lap car. Oh, shit. This could get ugly. Vent Nation went from, like, hero to zero. He's getting held up big time, seeing drivers that rolling up on the low line just sneaking by. Yeah, well, it's not. At least it's not second place. But with the season 16's had, this is the last thing he wants to see. Just pain, pure, unadulterated pain. Oh my God, Hyper just chilling second with Jake first. Leader's actually kind of spreading out thanks to that lap car. F4 Ace just outside the top 10. Just running, falling in line. We're looking at a 2-stop race, so these guys can go a little longer than expected, but they're still gonna, if this race goes green the whole way, pit road will definitely play a factor. Jerry hold on to that top 10. Steve on the move. 96 Canadian Lux making progress now. CR 96 is not the usual Cade. A one-time deal with the name's Ringo, and he heard the race had a good sponsor and took up the offer. Out here having fun more than anything. You see these contenders racing around him, or at least trying to. And Volley doing another top 20 run for the rookie here. Mizzou is trying. That's all I can really say about 19. Bet Nation finally got recuperated, trying to make up some distance. He's in the low 20s, actually just passed Kariba for 29th. Not the place you want to be, but for some drivers, this is what they call home. Like Goofy and Ty. And rounding out the back of the field, not last place, are guys like Caddy, Eddie, stuff like them. How awful is the 8 car? Oh God. The leaders are running laps that are at least 3 seconds faster, so I'm trying to see like where the 8 is in comparison to the battle for the lead here between Jake and Hyper. Actually, you could just snap straight to the 8. He's on the back, going as he enters 3. Hyper is in the middle, 1 and 2. So clearly something's wrong with that 8 car. That's a fact. Ladion stalking in 3rd. But 9 car given new life in the mid of the season. Vassell trying to point his way in, knowing things will get tough later in the season. Let's F9 go high. Tries to get the run, going down the back. Caution's out, by the way. So if Vassell can get this pass, then that is not going to have it happen. Jake's there. Oh! Yeah, it was a back marker crash. Something happened. It probably starts with Volley. Yeah, lap 15. Volley. Oh! Volley just brakes on the front stretch and then just, whoa. Oh, shit. Oh, shoot. A bit of a scuffle going into 1 there. Chalk Killer got a little bit of it. Volley just, just broke down on the front stretch. Goofy just had nowhere to go. Yeah, Chalk Killer's in there. Smoke. Oh, big hit for Goofy there. Tayo's in it. Shaw's in it. Karibo got a little bit of damage. These 3 cars look very done for. Alright, so that was about half a fuel run. See Vet Nation just entering his box. Moderately depressing, as looks like the 5 wins the battle off pit road. Huh. What a twist. So, Volley is able to get back out there. He's 3 down. Actually, so is Kyle D. So both these cars on the bottom. Actually, no. Kyle D is 4 down somehow. So Volley's going to be on a different lap compared to those 2 lap cars. So then, out of the people staying out, or lead lappers, I say it's Hyper, Jake, Ladion, Puffy, Vassell, KSS, Duke, Jerry, Canadian Lux, and F4 Ace being your top 10 of the lead lappers. Let's see how badly this goes once we go to back green. And yep, hope you like seeing lap cars be slow, because that's what you get this race. Slow lappers. Bourne kind of drank the Kool-Aid down there. Like King was the last good car to get a launch off, as now the lap cars are going to go side by side down the back. This can only mean death. Or that Volley is better than Kyle D, and it's just sad for those guys up high. Back up in the main group, Hyper is able to jump out to a lead. Fairly good. Meanwhile, the 8 is still this immovable wall. He finally doesn't go down. Still holding up. 8 just got no speed. Duke and KSS having a good mid battle, but the 3 definitely couldn't exit there. Whoops. Vassell on point, running for second. Meanwhile, the 8 finally clears them all up, but guys like Bourne, RS Fastlane 11, and Ringo just really falling back there. Meanwhile, Vassell is pulling up, making a move for the lead now. Hyper's got to do something. It's hard on that high side. He could just fall behind Vassell and try to run it back with a pass, but got to be careful of that 21. I'm sure these two, the 5 and the 21, will be fine in the grand scheme of things. 99 moving up to 4th, and Duke and company all kind of lining up single file. So now chasing down Vassell will commence. .48 just trying to be on the run. Not undertaking the easiest task in the world. 21 gets by for second. Just looking at the ticker as they go by. Double file restarts are hell of a drug. Vet Nation actually doing good, moving up to 14th. A lot of mid-pack shenanigans. Silent Fang and RS side by side. Oh god. I've won, but at what cost? Cha, he's not that fast either, but he's on the lead lap, at least. The 1 car trying to survive. Volley, Kyle D. The 5 of Hyper is... he's back at 6th now. Jake in 4th. Who knows? See the 23 making moves up to 2nd at least. For what it's worth, these drivers are able to pass pretty well, and if these guys work together to catch the leader, who knows? No, that's not happening. 99, just got to throw it down in there for second. Running like a 29-2 or 27-9. God, where did I get 29-2 from? Jesus. You know, it's all about lap time. You know, matter of fact. So I see Racer Gladion moving up, but here comes the 8. The 8 is black car. Going to keep them stuck up on the high side. That's not where you want to be at all. He's just fast enough to where you feel rude for bumping him out of the way, but slow enough to fuck you over long term as the 99 is going back. All the way back. Now you put him 3 wide. Put the lap car 3 wide top. Now Ladion and Pacell are top 2. The King of Kings in 3rd, and the biggest plot twist of the century, that the 7 car doing good. Big 3 wide action. Back in the top 10. Hyperdrive. Trying to get back in the top 10. Caden Luck's doing what he needs to do to get there. Oh, 52 came down on the 16 and it just was a block type deal. Ladion still not getting past the 48. Krugermeyer and the gang behind the 7. Jerry trying the high side. Oh boy. Duke 88 gonna try to send a 3 wide. Going into 3. Oh. A little gutsy, but it worked. It worked. Worked out. Gladion up front now. That 9 car, can they get it to victory lane? 2 years of Canadian Lux couldn't get the 9 to victory lane, but Ladion's just built different, you know. Maybe he's the one who could do it for Chase Elliott 9. Duke. He's been having some good runs. Like, he did get that top 10 at Estoril. And even, I think it was on pole or got some bonus points from the Star race a couple races ago. Any pass you make inside the top 10 is 2 points per position, and otherwise outside the top 10 it's only 1 point per position. So high top 10 / top 5 finishes really are a great way to bolster point count at the end of the day. Vet Nations, he's back in the top 10 out of fucking nowhere. These guys are still going at it. Alright. I think now would be a good time to take a word about our sponsor, Louder with Crowder. It's like a podcast type show where you can keep up with all the facts about current events. They do their best to fight like hell and do their best at what they do. You can catch them on YouTube, Rumble, Blaze.tv, join Mug Club for all I care. If you really support the show, figure out some new place you like to listen to on your daily lunch break or some shit. It's a good time. And back to the race, we see Bassell putting himself back in the lead. Mind the 23 though, he's on his way. But also these tires we're nearing the end of a fuel run as well. Like the caution on lap 15 gave them an opportunity to pit, but they can only go about 30 more laps. Because of that caution, I think they'll try and one-stop it. But then again, I'm not sure if I see this race going green to the end. 23, trying to figure something out. He had it, but then the 2 just kind of screwed him up as Vent Nation is running through walls to try to get this win here. Like, this man's trying to make a move on Jake for the top 3 and his unstoppable will to win a race this season. Krugermeyer just floating in second as Bassell takes point. Any more battles going on, like, rather deep in the field? I see Volley actually able to hang on. I mean, I think he went a 4th lap down. I see progress being made for some of these guys back here. RS Fastlane 11 up 23rd. Ringo made that pass for 27th. I don't know about Born Ready. Born Ready being scored 20th right now. They're still racing out here, like going for it. I definitely think if they go at least 2 more laps, they could definitely one-stop it here. Vet Nation up to second and is hard charging. Fastest car on the track right now. But the fastest lap was set by Krugermeyer, not Vent. Vet Nation making his move to pit road now. A little early, but you know, doesn't hurt to have a little balls. Unless they backfire on you, then that suck a lot. Sell. These guys, Racer are making a move on Duke, but I think these guys should be focusing on coming in this time instead of racing each other. Duke planning on coming in as well. Gets right up behind Racer. As here comes the first pitting en masse. Still some mad lads staying out, you know. 21 to 34, 52. Once they come in, I think it'll be just a sprint to the end. Fent Nation's back out, and he's ready to roll. Unstoppable as he rolls out of pit road, just rolling past cars. No cap. Bassell's got work to do. If Vent's the leader in this reference point, then yeah. Shit's going down. Those 3, Jake, Jerry, Steve. All right. Bassell running second place right now. Fent Nation. New leader. RS Fastlane 11 not having a good race at all. He's still in the thick of things, but he's running 34th. He'd have to unlap himself at the very least to start making progress. That puts him and Shaw a lap down, as other cars are variously spread for position now. The 8 coming out. KSS BSS, he's in 4th now, as RS passes Bassell. This means Vent's just, like, I'm not sure what the speed is here. 1.2 seconds. So CS ganged on him, and Bassell lost time. It's pretty obvious why Bassell lost time, because he was too busy getting passed by a lap car. But that still stands. So this general group here for the top 10 spots. Where the hell did that fucking 8 car go? Yeah, he's just still not being fast. Silent Fang, 22nd place. Moving on. Just doing a general wellness check at the field. As Volley will go his 5th lap down, as Vent Nation is actually going to have a bit of trouble with him here. Anything you could do to give those cars a chance to pull in, they're going to do it. But now Volley is acting like a blockade to the cars that need to pass to try to challenge Vent for the lead. At the very least, all of them have snaked around Volley and are hard charging, much closer to where Vent actually is. Bassell does not want to start messing around with this 51. Needs all the cooperation he could get to get Vent Nation out of his lead. CS, KSS, side by side for 3rd. That's a pass. And now Bassell is tracking down our leader. 48 making it look easy. As Vent Nation trying to get some counterplay on the high side going. Not going to let him go, as KSS coming in for 3rd. God. A little intense, don't you think? Bassell still trying to thrust the low side. This time, still not quite sticking. Actually, it does. And the 16 is going to let him go on there. And now 51 looking for that spot too. Just looking for that leader to put himself back on the lead lap. Misty Viper, not that far ahead of our leader either. KSS up to 2nd now. We see Hyper and Krugermeyer hovering just outside the top 10 there. Zentz kind of turning around his rookie fortunes, running 21st. Realizing what happened to both Goofy and Volley, this is pretty good for him. And you have 3 cars lining up right here. You think with how middling power they are that they could try to get something going with each other, but not sure. Italian Bum could try to look low for a pass. Yeah, they're going to be too busy racing each other to try to get anything meaningful done. BS Fast Lane 11, 31st. They're on tap. As the laps tick down, not much time really remains to take Bassell out of his spot. As we see some lap cars that they're approaching on as well. Well, one driver you may not have noticed here is the 36 of Toad Warrior. Did not want to do this race, but if you're the 36, you don't want to see Bassell winning again, as it's statistically better for you if a new winner comes up this season, rather it be Vent or KSS. KSS not giving up though. He's putting in his all. He's in third, but it's a tough fight. Falling back to third there. It seems like all the stops have been pulled, and maybe Bassell really does have it. That's what it seems. Misty Viper going a lap down. Misty just, not really a good race for that 77. That's a bit rough. 51 trying to open that low side that Bassell has like a can of worms. And they're both coming up on Karibo. Jake and Steve racing top 5. I can't see this ending well. And as Bassell put Karibo lap down, and there's a few lap cars between first and second. This is starting to look pretty decisive here, barring a caution. Vent Nation wanting to make his move or start by getting around Karibo here. Man, what a wild day it's been for the 16. From top 10 starting position to falling like a rock to blistering back into that fateful position. Curses his every nightmare. Maybe KSS will put him out of his misery. Who knows? So next lap car is Jambalaya. Do not think they'll get there. Bassell having this race pretty much on lock now. It's about a second and a half, a little more. And he's growing, and that lead is only getting worse for Vent Nation. And look who arrived, Jake and Steve. Not sure how these two got in the spirit of working together, but you know what? Anything is possible. At this point, I'm not sure if KSS is even trying to help Vet. I mean, winning would be ideal, but at this point, would a second place be more realistic at this point? Blasta really with his first real mediocre run of the season. Just a run-of-the-mill 16th place so far. about drivers that you don't expect to be doing as good or bad or mediocre as they are. Jake actually coming in, try to get a couple more positions in the closing laps here. Really close to that quarter panel KSS. I mean, that 3 car, he could use a just survive to finish good. There's no use wrecking yourself to try to defend what you have. You could lose it all. 3 to go. 48 just unstoppable in the later stages of this race. That Nation sees the lurking Jake behind him. As Bassell is getting past Volley for like what, putting him 6 laps down. Jambalaya going a lap down as well. 12. Trying to mount some sort of futile resistance. Meanwhile, battle for second heating up as we come to the white flag. 21 takes the honors away from Vent Nation. Meanwhile, Bassell just powering it around the outside, having to break plenty of lap traffic here. Coming out of 4, Lapper's out of the way, and Bassell gets it done at Texas. Yeah, definitely an interesting race. Not one to particularly be memorable over, but had its decent moments, about a couple seconds to victory, and the final finishing order. Yeah, a couple drivers couldn't make it, and a lot of laps lost for others involved. But at the end of the day, this is what it looks like. And we will see you next time. Peace.